It is now working. That says it should be working. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Les. Nice to see you having. Welcome in, Lucas. Welcome in. Nice to see you in bright and early. You're probably more prepared than I am right now. If you've never been to a start of a Lazy Mini Painting stream before, you'll realise why it's actually called Lazy Mini Painting. Because I'm never bloody ready. I have not got a clue what I'm doing. Well, actually I do. This time I do actually have an idea of what I'm doing for a change. But usually I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I wing it as I come along. So we'll find out in a moment. I'm just going to sort my phone out so I can come and join people over on portrait mode. Or the portrait view. Which means I've got to try and remember how to get access to my own channel. Which I can never remember how to do. Live streams. Portrait. There we go. Right. So as you can see, on my desk is a complete mess of other things that I've been doing today. I said I had a little bit of a minor project that I wanted to get started. Just for fun, on my own first. And then when it comes to painting, I'll paint online as I usually do. In case you're wondering what all these little bits are, these are all armour bits for the piece that I'm about to paint up, and if you recognise that chappy there, then you'll know the model of what it is that I'm going to be doing. I had a bit of a custom base done for it because I didn't like the one that was on there, so I had a separate base done. Good evening, Ali. Good evening. Welcome in. So we're going to move this out of the way, and we have a big bag of bases that we're going to need for the rest of the infantry. We have the instruction book for Armageddon. We've already done the characters, which is why we're not doing characters tonight. We're on for infantry. Infantry next, and then we'll do vehicles last. That's the plan. Just do infantry next, and then stuff like the war tracks and things, they get done last. I'll just check I have separated all the... you see, there's more orc infantry. I see 20 orc boys there and 10 Gretchen. That would be the speeder, the war tracks, and the mech's Dakar rig. So I can put them back down in there because they will not be getting touched tonight. Nope. No, they will not. Pardon me. Yes, I do have my volume on, which is nice to know. And we have multiple kits to build tonight. Lots of kits to build tonight. Oh, I don't need that sprue. That sprue's only got heads on it. So I'm going to move the orc boys out of the way for now. And I'm pretty sure it makes us start with Space Marines. Yeah, it does. Okay. So we did the captain with Relic Shield last week, Monday. Not last week, on Monday. And we did the librarian and the chaplain with jump pack and the ancient. So now we get to start with the intercessors. Intercessor squad. Yay. Isn't that fun? No, bloody not. It's going to be irritating as shit. That's what it's going to be. Pardon me. So intercessor squad. This sprue. This big sprue full of all sorts of stuff. And we want to find 3, 5, and 1. Yeah, I learned to count the GW way as well. This is P1, which it doesn't actually... Oh, it does. It tells you up there in that corner. A very little corner up there. It tells you which one you're actually doing. Right, so we have 3 here and 5. I have still not managed to... Well, I've not got my good sprues at the minute. No good sprue clips. So I am using the Games Workshop ones. And, alright, they're not the worst on the planet, but they're far from the best. Far from the best snips on the planet. I do not have any god hands though, so... And I do not want to pay that price for a pair of snips. Especially as the amount of models I'm getting is slowly reducing. or the amount of plastic models I'm getting is slowly coming down anyway, which is nice. I'm now learning how to use things like resins, and although it's FDM is still plastic, I suppose, so yeah, that's something else. But there's a lot of places that are printing out with resin now, so I'm starting to get used to that a little bit more. Do I have my uncloggerer? Do I have my uncloggerer? Yeah, it's like that over here at the minute, Ali. The only reason I've got a t-shirt on is because I'm online. Otherwise, I would not be having a t-shirt on right now. Don't particularly want to be wearing my hat either, because that's warm. But we'll get there. I need my glue and cloggerer. I'll be back in a moment because I sent. Oh no, it's there. It's in the other pocket. Found it. Founded it. I've got to get to work though now. It's been funny for the last week as this glue and cloggerer. You can hear it. Click, 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 click. Not good. Do not do this if you're a child. You shouldn't really do this if you're an adult, in fairness. But I'm a moron, so it's a bit different for me. Just make sure that that nozzle is clear. Right, now the nozzle's cleared up. A tiny little bit of glue on, not where the peg is going to be, because otherwise... What am I clicking? I am clicking my glue and cloggerer, also known as a lighter. That is my glue and cloggerer. And essentially you heat the metal bar up until you see and smell things coming out of the end, and then you know it's clear. Yeah, you heard right. You see and smell things coming out of the end. Because, well, it's rather toxic, is this stuff, when you heat it up. So I'm saying, don't do it at home. It's not something you really want to be doing. Right, I need a body, which is one. There it is. But I needed glue and clogging, and it's the most effective method I know of. Is clearing glue with a, yeah, clearing the nozzle with a lighter. Might have something to do with the fact, with my coughing and stuff in the mornings, but who knows? I think that's more to do with smoking, but you never know. Both of them have something to do with a lighter, but one of them is slightly more toxic than the other. But I'm not sure which. And we push that in there as hard as we can. And then once that's in there, I'm just going to run a little bit of glue down on the inside to bond it together. So that's that section done. Next, it wants us to get 2, which is a head, and I do not wish to use a bloody... Right, there better be more than that many heads on there. See, there's 2, but there's 18. But I don't want to use 2. 2's a bald head. Patrick! Good evening. Good evening. How's you doing, Chief? Are you having a good day? I've got to try and find a head with the same angly bit thing on the bottom of this as on the bottom of a helmet. Or what I could do is go, right, that one wants 10. That one takes 18, 10, 18, 26. 10, 18, 26, 44. So there's 10. There's 26. There's 18. Okay. 42. 42's there. Who's the next one? 50. Where's 50? There's 50. 58. Yeah, I see 58. 66 and 74. Where are those ones? There's 74. 42 what? 50. Yeah, 42 was one. 58, which we found. We've not found 66 yet, have we? There's 66. So out of all them numbers, I need to find another helmet that is not one of those numbers. Which you are taking the piss, saying I've got to have a helmeted head. I have to have a Silvers. How the devil are you doing, Chief? Nice to have you back in. Big stage and roof for a film shoot over the weekend today, so you're a bit knackered. Yeah, have you set up a full film shoot for the weekend? I also had to take the dog for a long walk because the weather was nice. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. After all that work, sit down, get your feet up. You'll be happy. Right, so already I've come to a point in this where I don't like it. Because it's making me use a head that I don't want to use. Because head's getting gouged out at some point. And replaced with a helmet of some description. I will find a helmet. I will gouge his head out. You're dying. No, that's not good. That's not a good one. Are you suffering from heat as well? Are you another one that has heat on the brain today? Because that's all that's available. Where you're looking for number 4. There it is. It's the only one with the tactical rock. Yeah, I thought there was an alternate head on the sprue as well. But I've just looked through and all the heads, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 helmets on that one and a bare head. So no, they've only given me 9 helmets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 on one sprue, 4 on another. So they've only given me 9 helmets, which is not good. 10 guys, 9 helmets. No. Good evening, Lee. Good evening. That reminds me, I forgot to transfer something. Can I get it? Can I get it again? Can I get it from here? I have a new end roll courtesy of Twisted. Twisted Nurse Painting has done me a new end roll. I'm just going to see if it'll let me download it now. File. Download. Just download it. I know it's fine. I've got it on my phone already. I just want to be able to put it on my PC and change the end credits roll. Forgot about that. So it's Lazy Roll 2 we've got. And I need to change stuff over. Form. Yeah. Strawberry seems, you need to take it easy. Take it very easy. Yeah, it's a good idea, Patrick. Go get the laundry. I've already done that. I did that earlier. I had to, otherwise I wouldn't have had a t-shirt. Or I would have, but just not a nice, cool, not this t-shirt, which is quite thin. I would have had a ridiculous thick t-shirt on. Because that's all I've got left in the wardrobe at the minute. What is it you're working on, Lee? Who else got the Armageddon box set, by the way? I know House got this. Obviously a lot of other people will have it as well. But how many people here have decided that they wanted the Armageddon box set? To be quite honest, if it wasn't for the fact it was both of the armies that I collect that are in there, I probably would have given this one a miss. I'm just gonna go select bits afterwards, but I do happen to collect both armies. That's why I got it. Ooh, Silvers, you got one as well. Nice. I mean, a lot of people already put theirs together. I'm guessing you're going to be in that same boat. I, however, because I'm streaming it, I had to wait till Monday. So I'm a little bit behind on everyone else at the moment. Most people did it Saturday as soon as it came out. I hope there are thunderstorms, Ali. If there are thunderstorms on the way, that is absolutely fantastic, because it just needs a dousing to cool it all down, this, doesn't it? Just needs something, just wash it all over and just cool us all. Just the nation as a whole, just give it a bit of a rest. Right, he's waving that over his head for some bizarre reason. Not quite sure why. And he's gonna have 6 is his other one. Which is a bolt rifle with a little shoulder pad thing. And then you went and spent $300 on Horus Heresy for your Space Wolves as well. Oh dear God. Yeah, Sparkles would have divorced me before we got married if I'd have done that. It was bad enough when I came back with 5 packs of Pokemon cards. He wasn't happy about that one because he didn't realise I was going to get them. I didn't realise I was going to get them, in fairness. I just happened to find a shop that sold them, had them in stock, and I thought, ooh, they're not usually there, I'll have a bit of that. So I did, I had a bit of that. There we go, we've got the Sergeant model who will be getting his head gouged out as soon as I can find a helmet for him. Put him on there and then I'll get a backpack. Not too bothered about gluing him on here, because, well, if he comes off, he's easy to go back on. He's a push fit, but he's on his base now. Just got to find. Now, he's going to give me a number for his backpack, even though all the bloody backpacks are the same. And it is number 8, in this case. So 1 through 8 gets you the Sergeant. Give or take 1 or 2 things. You have to rest, Silvers? Not a problem. You make sure you get that rest. Don't push it too hard. But then again, on the days when you think you can, at least give it a try. Well, thank you for calling in, mate. If you're leaving me on for lurking, thank you again. If you're putting something more ASMR on, I don't blame you, because as boring as I am, some people don't want to sleep when they go to bed. They just want the rest bit. That's all they want, the rest bit. So we need next 2 through 10. So we need 9, 11. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We need to find that big section. Where's that? There's 9, 12, 13, 10, 11. Yep, we're around this area now. So we've took out of that area, and now we're around this area. It's 13, which is that shin guardy thing there. Ooh. A shin guard. That's actually most of his foot. See, I don't get why they do this with the models. I come from Tactical Marine days. And back in good old Tactical Marine days, you got a pair of legs. You got the front and the back of the body. You got a leg, a head, 2 arms, and a backpack, and weapons. But with that, you could pretty much mix and match every bloody piece with any other part on there. Now it's all, this bit has to go with that because, well, it's the only way it'll go on. It's the only bit it'll fit on. Very much taking the customization out of Space Marines. Which they don't really want to do because as a force, Space Marines are probably the blandest one they do. They really are just bland. Any character or anything that goes on them is usually done by the painter or the player just to make them look a little bit different. 11 will be his back leg, and then we want 10 and 12. So I've got 11 being his back leg. Now, a lot of people will be looking at me and going, nobody else on the internet says you should clip like that. And they're right, you shouldn't. But I'm not everybody else on the internet, so I do whatever the hell I please. I don't even use GW's instructions. Sometimes I'll leave parts off. Because it's just awkward and you don't need it. It's like me angry Ron guy. He's got pipes to go on him. Oh, mate, if you think I'm doing that, I've seen where those pipes go. And that's not where pipes should go. He's got the ones on his head. They're the main things. They're the ones that burrow into his brain and make him all angry all the time. Which is how he's happy. Don't ask. Well, you can ask, and I will tell you, but it'll be a nice lengthy conversation. So unless you want to know about them, really. You're sorted now. You're sorted now, Patrick. Good man. Good man. Doggo's all done. Washing's all in. Feet up. And a brew in your hand. Cat Staffer, hello. Welcome in over on portrait mode. See, I do look to see where portrait mode, if people are coming in on portrait mode. I've got to say that portrait mode doesn't get as many chatters as the horizontal view. He doesn't. I don't know why. I thought he would. I thought it'd get just as many chatters. I was completely wrong. I know. Force it in. Force it in there. Get in. I seem to enjoy saying that a little bit too much, don't I? Right, 14, 15, and 16, and then this guy is ready for his base. 14, 15, and 16. Yep, now you can relax to the soothing, dulcet tones of Laz as you go to sleep. That's providing, of course, nobody sets me off with voices. Then it becomes something else entirely. See, I always forget Cat Staffer's actual name. And unless it's on the screen, I'll generally try to use your screen name. Just out of respect for the fact that, yeah, that's the name you've got on there. You've got that name on, so I'll use it. If you had a different name on there, I'd use your different name. But you don't. So essentially, I believe Sam is a veterinarian. No worries. No worries. Cat stuff is fine. If it wasn't fine, then I'm guessing you wouldn't have used it as a name. Oh, you all squat like one of the old Marines. Ooh, I'm liking him. He's looking like little rinky dinky dude. Gotta mean that putting other Marines on like a 32mm base. It's like taking my tactical squads, etc., and putting them on the bigger bases. Won't be too bad now. Yeah, there are two running. There are two running. Thank you for pointing that out for me, Ali. I always forget. So if you are in the portrait mode and you want to view slightly different screen, there is another one. Patrick, do you mean this fella here? Yeah, that's what's happened to him. That's as much as he's going on screen as well, for obvious reasons. But yeah, I've finished fighting with him now. He won. I'm not gonna lie, he won. And these are my chapter, Patrick. These are the stone bears. So they will be black armor, blue shoulder pads, and get to run along with him. He's the reason why they're called stone bears. The only reason. They were stone dragons before I got that model. If you click on tap, it will bring it channel on up. Ali's explained people how to use YouTube better than I know how to, so I'll leave Ali to it. Ali's telling people you can click on things and it'll take you places. Lucas, right now I am making, I believe these are intercessors number 76 and 77 to go in my army. And it will end at intercessor number 85. 85 intercessors. I would what? It's my own fault for wanting to build a chapter, isn't it? It is. It's my own fault for wanting to build a chapter. So I'm building the intercessors out of the Armageddon new box set, more specifically. So these are the push fit models. So intercessor number 3 is 17 and 19. Hopefully they're all going to be on this sprue over here somewhere. 17 and 19 both are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're both over here. Yes, they are both over here. Let's up on the sprue in the corner on this. And now I'm gonna go do it. I got the clip my way through it, and then we glue it down. I really need to stop singing, otherwise I'm going to lose more subscribers. Good evening, Cap. I am definitely going to be losing subscribers if I keep singing. I'm only on 300 and something, is it? 300? I mean, are we at 400? I have no idea. If you are new here and you've not hit the like or subscribe, please feel free. You might be the 400th. You might be the 400th. I think I need about another 3 though to hit the 400 mark. Come a chameleon. You're fucking gross. You're fucking... Sorry, mate. Sorry. Sorry. That wasn't actually meant directly at you. It was just words that came into my head. 18, 20, and 23. I'm going to get in trouble. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. 18, 20, and 23. There's 20 and there's 23. I've got no idea where 18 is at the minute. It should be ahead. There it is. No, well, at least it came into you. What you if you yeah. I'm not long out of the shower, so I'm okay at the moment. By the end of the stream, might be different. Might be different. Oh, have you been geeking up on the rules? Do you mean the rule book that I've got here that I've not even looked at yet? So you're already more aware of the 11th edition rules than I am. And I've got all the data cards. And all the books. And everything else. Yay. Have you tried the airbrush yet? In case anyone's wondering, Calm's let my airbrush and compressor, so he can have a go at using one and see if he likes them, see if he can get his hand in on it. And now I'm curious to see whether or not he's attempted it in this weather. If he has, he's a bloody braver man than I am. Because Terrain and shooting. I don't like the fact that you've been looking up terrain and shooting, you Tau player. You dirty, dirty Tau player, you. And you've been looking at terrain and shooting. That just means you're preparing already to hide. That's not a good start, is it? You're not even going to come out and meet me for the center objective? Or at least not until, what, turn 3? Yeah. Yeah. Glue doesn't taste nice. Yeah. Yeah. Glue really doesn't taste nice. Oh, and I forgot to clip off 23. Where's 23? There it is. It's the front of his leg. So what are the rules like? What are you reckoning, Cam? Terrain. Do we want lots of it? Do we want little bits of it? How much are we going for on that? Obviously, how much terrain we need depends on how much either A, you've got to print out, or B, I've got to make. So, I mean, I've got hills, I've got ruins, I've got all sorts. I know I am a subscriber of Sam's channel, and I see the squirrels and the kitty cats. Believe it or not, I do actually subscribe to people. I don't get to go watch them a lot because, especially at the moment, because most things aren't set up properly. So the best chance I've got of going watching somebody is sitting on my phone outside while I'm having a cig. So I've got about a 5-minute thing. But I do watch some of Sam's stuff. Watch some of Beaky's as well. Beaky's just put up he's not done anything for a while as Beaky, but he's just put one up not long ago of, he's back on Battlefield, I think it's 2042. And yeah, they're back doing the usual shenanigans again of taking out things that they shouldn't do with weapons that shouldn't be able to do it. You know, like shooting down planes with a rifle because you can snipe the bloody pilot. Silly things like that. Landing on somebody with essentially a big drone bike and using the propellers to and make them into little bits. You see, I do watch. I don't watch every day. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't watch everybody every day. But I do watch people's channels that I'm subscribed to. I've just got to get in there. So windows work different. Right, okay. And you can tow into the area terrain. See, that's why I'm glad I've put the bit of a board around the ruins that I've made. So now they are an area terrain. Rather than just being an L-shaped ruin. Because we all know Games Workshop love those L-shaped ruins. Who knows why. Maybe because it's the easiest way to do it. Although a shoebox is just as good, really. It blocks line of sight. Jump packs can jump on it. It works. A little bit of glue on the backpack there, and we stick it in to God knows what. Take him from behind and we force it in. Make sure it's nice and slippery when we get it first and we get it there. We move it forward, but then we don't care. Some of them didn't sound too right, did they? You could never watch anyone you're sub to. You see, I can watch people that I'm sub to. It just, I have a lot of people that I'm sub to. I think it's somewhere in the 60s, 70s of the amount of channels. So yeah, 60, 70 channels that I'm subscribed to. I can't get them all the time. a lot of the time you just end up watching channels that I'm not subscribed to, but are doing similar things to the channels that I'm subscribed to. It's weird, but I've subscribed to all sorts of weird stuff. I have people reading me dramatizations of Korean comics. I'll be fine in the middle of the board. You chip away at 20 Terminators and then tell me I'm not going to be fine in the middle of the board. I think 20 Terminators will be perfectly fine. Especially with some of extra wounds. And you've got to get through the big hammery ones before you can get to the ones that are shooting at you. I'll be fine. But it does mean, by the sounds of it, you've got to send something out to the middle of the board to come and meet me. Which is good. You normally don't do that. Alright, so now we need 34 and 35. Oh, that's good. They're right next to each other. They're like, hey, just inside. I would hope so. I would hope so. That would be a good idea, that cast off. That would be a good idea. You have a nice night, Ali. Thank you for calling in. And you think it's going to be easier for you to play, Cam? Good. Because it'll be easier for you to play. That means it's easier for me to play. Unless you're, of course, going off my Tyranid Codex. If you're going off my Tyranid Codex, then, yeah, there's a few rules changes in there that you need to be aware of. Such as the... what are they called? I've got 3 of the damn things and I can't remember what they're called. Both with a big butt. What we got in the box set? And what were they? Oh, what was it called? What are they called? Anyway, the ones that get that in the codex says it gives everything a 5+ feel no pain. Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. I can't remember what it does. I'd have to have a look on my phone. But it doesn't do the 5+ feel no pain anymore, which is really because that was great. That having 3 of them, I had a nice big 5+ feel no pain bowl across most of my army. And then they went and like nerfed it. Wankers. I think it still gets its 5+ feel no pain, but I don't think it has the bubble for it anymore. Oh, what's it called? Hive Guard. Yeah, no, I meant to leave it there so you could have a look through and have a read, because I was just gonna fly through and just tell you about the units that I know about because they're the ones I've got. There are plenty of other units in there. As you said, Hive Guard are looking all right at the moment. So you might want to go the Hive Guard or the Tyranid Warrior route, or a different route to what I've gone for. Whereas I've gone for Horde and Big Bug. Everyone's coming to check on the kitty cat today because it is warm. She even hid under my desk for a bit of it because it was that warm. Why won't that go in there? That is supposed to go in that little clippy bit there, but it won't because why? Because why? Am I trying to put it at the wrong angle? There we go. Fucking hell, that was a bit of an effort just to get a peg in. Neurocaster? I mean, I have the Neurotyrant. I do not have any zone throws. So I won't be doing any of that type of shooting at you. But I do have some shooty stuff. For instance, the Screamer Killer's 18-inch range. Psychophage! That's the one. Psychophages. Yeah, they're not as good as what they were when they originally came out. 36. Which is here. I've got a headache. Psychophage is the one I'm thinking of. And yeah, they're not as good as they used to be. I'm gonna have to go check up the errated rules on them. Because they've now had their biggest buffing rule removed. Well, not now. They've had it done for ages. They've not had it got done quite early on. I think people realised that you could get a really big bubble of like invuls and feel no pains and essentially turn them into death guard for a game. Hey up, Graham. Hey up. How's they doing, lad? How's they doing? Have you been craft mining again? So we've got a 39, a 38 and a 5. Oh, there's a 39. So let's get that out first because it says, oh, I've got to put that arm in first. Okie then. So just a little bit round the edge. Don't want it to go in the hole, otherwise we're caught. Oh, you tried deep rock today. That doesn't sound... That is not helping your argument from last week. Just saying. That is not helping your argument from last week. Play deep rock. I'm currently waiting for Sparkles to gather up the amount of energy she'll need to move into the kitchen. It's been one of those days today where everything you've got to build up the energy for. Because it just doesn't want to, you just don't want to do it. It's too warm. It's not nice. So you just want to sit down and not do much. You're at which printer are you at war with, Graham? Is this the new one that looks like the barbecue, or is this the old one that's tried and tested and just still likes to wind you up? Which printer are you having problems with? Press that down. Now I need to clip off his backpack. What number's his backpack? 40. Hey, these are being alright. These are kind of working through the sprue quite well. They're not jumping about too much. They're not bouncing here, there and everywhere. The new one. That should be alright. That should be relatively simple. It's an FDM printer. You just put a big spool on it. Put a bit of PVA on the print bed. And tell it to print. Not PVA, Pritt stick. Use a bit of Pritt stick on the print bed. And we almost have 79 intercessors I now have. Woo! I need 43 and 41. It should be over here. Okay, no. 46, 50, 41, right. So if there's 41, where's 43? It's a foot on a rock. Not that one, it's a different foot on a rock. There it is. 41, 43, right next to each other. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you got the expensive plates that you don't use the glue on because they don't need it because they work. That's why you don't need it for that, because they actually work. But if you've just got a standard plate, then yeah, just a bit of Pritt stick on it. Just to help it get that first little bit of purchase. once it's done that, because it's layering it up from the bottom upwards, it's not too bad. Right, so turn that way. Weird thing there. That goes there, and that goes in on that hole. That gets fitted in there. And then we have that leg. And then we're 44 and 42. 44 and 42 and bam bam 44 there. And I'm guessing that's going to be the no. It's going to be 45 that we need. Where's 45 from there? I'll tell you what, I'll look at it the right way around. So that's 41, 42, and there's 45. So snippy, snippy. Snippy, snippy, papa. Snippy, snippy, papa. Snippy, snippy, papa. Snippy, snippy, papa. Don't ask. I don't know either. Things enter my head. Sometimes they stay, sometimes they don't, and sometimes they find their way out. See, I'm fine. If they stay, I'm fine. They can stay as long as they want, as long as they stay in the head. It's when they don't stay in the head I get worried. Because that's when they're coming out. This is how we end up with Archaeoki in the fucking first place. Also have loaf stood in the kitchen. Oh no, they disappeared back upstairs now. In case you were wondering what all the weird noises were in the background, that was teenagers. There was a spider. Are they dealing with it? No, just. Oh, there's a spider in the kitchen. Oh. Well, that's fine. Spiders in the kitchen, nothing wrong with that. Right, now I've got to try and get his head on the right way around. Right, which side do I have to put this head in? I don't even know which model I'm making anymore. Is it this one? Yeah. So the head goes in that side. I can see why Dee chopped all these bloody pegs off now. These are irritating. Drop a little bit of glue in there just to bond that in. A little bit of glue on there so that when I put this together, they stay. Problem is putting the glue on it does give you a limited time of working with it. Because once the glue goes, you're fucked. To put it bluntly. Right, now we need a 47, 46, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, I've already clipped out 45, haven't I? Yeah, I've glued 45 on already. Don't need that one, just need 46 and 47. Lucky me, right there. Right there. I'm doing alright with this one. I have realised though that tonight essentially I've got about 40-ish models to do, something about 48. Monday, nice and easy, about 9 models. All characters, but just 9 models. Tonight, no characters. Looking loads of them. Chuffing loads. Bolt pistol. Shooty, shooty, pew, pew. Yeah, the heat's getting to me. The heat is definitely getting to me. I mean, speaking like I was saying to Cat Staffer earlier, no worries, Octo. Thank you for calling in. And I shall see you on Monday, Lucas. Thank you very much. What was I about to say then? I was about to say something and I noticed chat. Oh yeah, that's it. Watching Elmeth the other day. He plays the instrumental version of Arc. And what I've noticed is the pair of us end up singing it. Even though obviously he played the instrumental because the lyrics version is for my channel. But yeah, he plays the instrumental and we sing along to it apparently. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. Ooh, so what what faction is the Demon Prince for? If you don't mind me asking, Otto. Because my Angry Ron proxy is now going to become a Demon Prince of Korn. With wings, of course. Because, well, he's got wings. I'm not going to take them off him now. But now I have an Angry Ron and an Angron. I can have a Demon Prince and an Angron. There we go. That's intercessor number 80. And yeah, you heard right. Intercessor number 80. Right, 50, 52 and 50. Oh, that's 53, that's 52. 50's a head. So that's there. 52 is a body. And 53 is a bit of a leg. Right. So there's 53, there's 52, and 50's all the way over here. See, I've only got a little bit of space, because if I move too far over that way, I end up bumping into wings of... You bugger off up there for a minute. There we go. I'm not going to bang into his wings now. I've just lost the model, so I was looking at that there. Because Angron does have bigger wingers. He has smaller stickers, but biggest wingers. Just a footprint, just a footprint. See, mine was originally a proxy for Angron, so he needed the wings. Now he's just going to be now he's just going to be something that I throw at the opponent. Just like Angron. And the 8-pound. And the Berserkers. Essentially, my entire World Eater army is planned around. I'm going to make these run across the table as fast as I possibly can towards you. And if they get there, they're going to go smash, 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 smashy, smash, smash. Like they should. I didn't know the Thousand Suns could get all stealthy like with theirs though. I mean, it makes sense, they are the sneaky chaos ones. Lord of Change everything, including his plans that he made 40 minutes ago. 50. Now, I do like the GW Demon Princes, I'm just not paying that amount of price for them. I managed to get one shipped from America for cheaper than that. And technically it wasn't a Demon Prince, it was a Demon Orc. It just looked really, really cool. Which is why he gets pretty much his own little box at the minute. No, him and Lasgull, I've got a box to share between them at the minute. So this goes in that side. Ooh, so as long as you keep stuff nicely round him, nobody's shooting at him until they get close. And at that point, well, you're too bloody close. 49 and 51. There's 49. What's 51? 51 is a leg. There it is. So there's 51 and there's 49. Funny how they're right next to each other, isn't it? So with the Thousand Suns keeping things out of range of shooting, and World Eaters keeping everything in range of shooting just so they can be shot and get extra move, Chaos are getting quite a bit good now, aren't they? Especially the 4 deity factions. They're all getting quite unique little rules to make them stand out and give them character. Unlike the standard Space Marines, the loyalist ones, where even the ones that are supposed to stand out don't really stand out that much. Oh, you could get to use fast attack a little bit better than the others, but that's it. And you get to use some Terminators a little bit better than the others, but that's it. And then you get to take weird combinations of units, but that's it. That's Black Templars, in case you was wondering. Space Wolves. Space Wolves are basically just generic Space Marines in Viking paint. That's all they are. It's not even like they've got like the Blood Angels. Have they got the Red Thirst? Have they got the Black Rage? Nope. Dedicated Terminator company, a dedicated fast attack company, and nope. We's just Space Marines with fangs. Emperor's Children versus... Yeah, Emperor's Children should be able to beat the snot out of them without a devastating wounds they could throw out. It is sickening the amount of devastating wounds that some of the Emperor's Children units can throw out. So if you're sticking them against something that's only got like, what, 2, 3 models? Yeah, that's not going to work. And then you've got, that's not counting on you taking Fulgrim. If you take Fulgrim as well, he's a bit of a melee monster. And he will smashy everything up. Now he can't come back to the board like Angron and Bobby Girly Man. But he's still pretty good in close combat. See, Death Guard's slow, cumbersome, and they play like that. And the army works like that if you play to the army's strengths. If you play how the army's supposed to be, so slow, plodding, and just absorbing damage and getting there, they play well like that. At least they did 8th, 9th, and as far as I'm aware, 10th. They were annoying and disgustingly resilient. Really did make them disgustingly resilient. Demon Engines healed D3 after... No, it's just not right. That's... Everyone else has to take a specified unit to do that. Either a Tech Marine, Tech Priest, you know, just whoever looks after the machinery stuff. Death Guard? No! We're just filled with that much pus and bloody pustules that technically we heal when we get hurt. That's Death Guard. Can't hurt them, they'll just heal. And if you do hurt them, they're probably going to get it back afterwards anyway. I mean, if you've got something like the... Is it the Tallyman? No. Plague Surgeon. It's the Apothecary equivalent, isn't it? So that can make infantry just as bloody bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was him. He was him. And I've just done no. How can I have just done number 7 and I only have 6 in front of me? Right. 1, Sergeant Dude. 2, Muppet with a gun. Yeah, so far so good. 3, Dickhead with a grenade. Got him. Four's the one I missed. Auspex scanner. Yeah, that's not nice. That is not nice. Auspex scanner, dude. Right, this is the guy I've missed. 25 and 29. That's 25 and 29. So, just to make it easier, is this section of the sprue here. So that should make it nice and simple to find everything now that I've snapped it off. Yeah, still not happy with Mortarion. Mortarion can go get shoved up somebody's rectum, which he might like for different reasons to Fulgrim. But I did not like him. About the only time I've actually managed to take on Mortarion properly was when I could, what's it called? Combat. Split my unit into combat squads mid-game. And essentially sent a 10-man squad out, he deep striked in, split them, 5 move forward, 5 move back. And he gave me a very, very big cushion window for everything in my army to just open up into him after he'd killed them 5 guys. About the only time I've ever easily managed Mortarion without using Centurion Devastators anyway. And even then, it's relying on him failing. It was relying on him failing a lot of rolls. Yeah, Plague Surgeons are good because it's an apothecary. And we all know apothecaries are good. Because they heal things and they return units and models and stuff, especially now that they're attached to it. Even if they're the last one, they can still get bodyguard models back. Ooh, Morty. Rules wise, hate that model. Looks brilliant. Looks exactly how it's supposed to look for the Primarch of the Plague Marines. Not Plague Marines, the Death Guard. It looks great for it. I just don't like his moves and I don't like playing against. No worries, Graham. You get to bed, mate. Get some sleep. Get nicely rested. You'll be up cracking about it in no time. 28 and 26. So, right. The head goes into the back. That's how we work it out. The head goes into the back. And then it should be 2 arms and a backpack after this. Well, clip his head out as well, I suppose. That would help. My loadout for the Centurion Devastators, is Las Cannons and Centurion Missile Launchers. All 3 of them. Las Cannons and Missiles. That way I don't have to move them too far. If I get them in the right place when I set them up, they're alright. And even if you do have to move, well, they're not moving very bloody far. I also run Firestorm Assault Force so they can advance and try and get into a better position. Just so that them Las Cannons and them Centurion Bolters can move around the table. Not very quickly, granted, but they can do it. And I've not run the Centurion Devastators for a while, mainly because I've been running other stuff, Hellblasters, Eradicators, even just Intercessors with a Lieutenant, because then it's quite a versatile unit, lethal hits on them. Yep, 4-inch move. 4-inch move, but if we give everything assault, then yay. You might get a 5-inch move. Or if I'm really lucky, you get a 10. And then that's putting them in some right bloody awkward places for the opponent. But if you can get them relatively central with not much movement required for line of sight, as soon as they get to shooting, they are a bitch of a unit to deal with. What's that face for, Cam? It's not like you've had to face down 15 of them. Or anything like that. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can go on for the 8, 9, and 10. I do like my Hellblasters, though. I do like my Hellblasters. I give Hellblasters lieutenants as well, just to make sure that they're definitely getting in there. No, last cannons are 48 inch range, 1 attack. Strength 12, minus 3 AP, D6 damage. Last cannons is the big ones. Usually have heavy. They might be twin linked now because they used to carry 2, and technically I still have 2, but they're twin linked. So it's a single shot per guy, but you get to re-roll the wind roll because of the twin link to it. 8, 9. I don't even know what that was. Something moved in areas. Yeah, I do like my Hellblasters. I just call them plasma bolters. That's all they are, they're plasma bolters. 57, 58, 59. $57, $59, and $58. Right, got you. Got them. Well, bear that in mind, Cam, because they're not in my current build. My current build is Terminators and Dreadnoughts mostly. Not that makes it any better, I know, but yeah, my current build is Terminators and Dreadnoughts mostly. Oh, and I think he's got some Eradicators and some Blade Guard veterans and lieutenants. He's a lieutenant to go with the Blade Guard, an apothecary biologist to go with the Eradicators, a chaplain to go with the Terminator Assault Force, or the Assault Terminators, a librarian to go with the standard Terminators, and then 1 of each Dreadnought, if I remember rightly. Off the top of my head. Probably do. You know what I'm like, Cam. Once this shit's in my head, it kind of stays there. 57, 58 is, I'm not even looking at this the right way around. 57, 59, where's 58 gone? There. They can put out some damage. You've got to have you've got to play a bit of risky though with Hellblasters. You have to risk the overcharge to get the maximum out of them. Which is fine, because if he blows himself up, he gets to try and shoot again. Which is one of the things that makes Hellblasters really friggin' annoying. Because even when they kill themselves, they still try and shoot you again. And when you shoot them, they try and shoot you again. I think I've got a repulsor in there as well. See, no Hellblasters this time though, so you're alright with that. It's just everything else is. So yeah, the Eradicators, the Terminators, and the Dreadnoughts, they're the things you've got to worry about this time. But I might just do a tactical Mark 10 army. So no Terminators, no Gravis. Which will mean, yeah, the Hellblasters can go in that one. along with the Vanguard vets and the Stern Guard vets. And the assaults. And the intercessors. And, oh, what are they called? The missile dudes. Desolation Marines. Yeah, 2 Desolation squads as well. Can't forget about them now, can we? And 1661. 60 is there. 61's there. It's funny you should say that, Patrick. If you played Salamanders in 8th, they pretty much got reroll everythings. Reroll pretty much everything. Because captains let you reroll hits, lieutenants let you reroll wounds. The base rule for being Salamanders was every unit got to reroll. Oh, sorry, it's hits and wounds of 1s for captains and lieutenants, and just a reroll of a hit or a wound or a save, I believe it was, for every unit that the Salamanders have. Yes, please. I'll have a Mangalorean. Found a drink. It's mango called Mangalorean. Yeah, of course, when you're playing with Morgan Val, when you're using the rules, perfectly fine. Anyone else uses them? No, fucking annoying. It's like the move, shoot, move rule. I'm fine if I'm using it. I'm playing Tao's Calm. Tao's Calm. Calm's Tao. No, it's a shit rule. Should be banned. It's getting these fucking stealth suits and shit jumping out from behind terrain and then popping with fusion blasters and then fucking off back behind the terrain. Really irritating it was. So you have to send your assault marines after them. And then when you send your assault marines after them, that's when he turns around and shoots you with friggin' Riptide. Riptide doesn't shoot the stuff that he wants to shoot at. He shoots the stuff that's coming to get you. He's annoying stuff. Because it's sat too far fucking back to be shot at by anything else. A lot more ignore cover from you can fuck right off. You're not allowed to ignore cover. That's cheating. 1663. No, you see, it's labelled 2 as 60. It's labelled the back there as 60 and a gun arm there as 60. So I'm going to guess that's 62 because it goes with 63. And it's, look, it's the gun arm that is 70 is that one. Just check that's 62, isn't this other fucking guy is over here? No, he's 78. That's fine. He was using fusions and basically he was using stealth suits to do his move, shoot, move. So they had like an 18-inch range. So he could just about jump to the other side of a wall, just catch me, and then fuck off back to the other side of the wall. Enough to be annoying that I can't leave it alone. Why? How do Markalites how do Markalites work now? Because I've not, obviously I don't look at cow people. Only vegans want to play cow people. Yeah, you heard me right. Yes, it is a lot more powerful now because every cover doesn't give you the +1 to your armor save anymore. It gives a -1 to ballistic skill instead. So ignoring cover means you get full ballistic skill. So when every fucker else is hitting on 4s and 5s, unless of course you've got a heavy weapon and you stay still, yeah, you're hitting relatively freely. So no cover on our tables. Yeah, we're just playing on an open battlefield, mate. Let's see how you go on then. Because I'm going to get my head kicked in on a shooting match against Tau. Especially when I brought a lot of melee that has to try and get across the board. I mean, I could just go for a shooting army and we'll just go for see who can outgun the other. But that means I get to take Hellblasters. And Devastator squads. I can have 4 units of missile guys. I can have 2 of the new Primaries ones, and I can have 2 Devastator squads. I have 4 units of missile guys. And then 3 5-man squads of Hellblasters. Cam, this could be fun. I've got Flamers as well, I can put them out the front. So, yeah, I think I might have to go shooty against you next time. Just because you're a fucking Tau player. Or, just take World Eaters and really make it to the point where you don't want to shoot me. Because every time you shoot a unit of Berserkers, they're gonna run at you. Again. And if they can get in engagement range, they will, and that's gonna stop you shooting, innit? So I think the better option might be World Eaters. Have an Angron and a Demon Prince, an 8-pound, and lots and lots and lots of Berserkers. Pretty much what my World Eaters have got to be. Lots of Berserkers. I haven't got any little Guardsman things. Because, well, why would I take Guardsman when I've got power armor? Fucking Jackals. Stupid bloody unit. Alright, let's press this leg in a little bit harder. There we go. I know I use my teeth to press things a lot, but it's just because of the accuracy of that smile. You can't ping pong it. What? Yeah, I'll go Willie if you finish your death guard, and I'll come and kick the shit out of you. And probably get covered in all sorts of nasty, disgusting, bleh. Not nice stuff. Death guard be these smelly boys, they've not found out what deodorant is. They need 24, even though I don't need the 24 hour or the 48 hour or the, I think it's 72 hour they've got up to now. I don't even think, that level of deodorant will save the Death Guard or help them out. 68 is got 69 attached to it. 69. Oh yeah. Oh, was that for right? Okay. Yeah. He's on my. He's one of the unpaid goons, Patrick. I have a few unpaid goons on my Discord instead of bots, and Calm is one of them. He's also within walking distance from my house as well. Which is obviously why I'm talking about I can get a game in with Calm quite easily, provided we can both navigate our timetables to make that night possible. I'll just get a taxi up to his with all the stuff. Table, board, scenery, armies, everything. Because we don't have a friendly local game store around here. We just have a local lass who's got most of the armies. Unpaid and abused, yes he is. What else are they supposed to be there for? Although in fairness, I will come round and do it to your face, mate, don't worry. It's not like you just do it all online. I will come round to your house and abuse you to your face. I don't know if that makes it any better, but yeah, I will. What arm's that over there that he's trying to tell me to? 71 and 70. 70, 71 and 72. 70. 72. What? 71. There, that must be 71. That's the last guy not got a... Is he? Yeah, he's the last guy's holding the grade. Yeah, go for it, man. And if Cam doesn't know, he'll just message me and go, what does that do again? And I go, yeah, it kills things. You're not allowed it. It's banned. And as soon as I say it's banned, Cam says, no, that's good. Keep that. Because if I'm saying it's banned, it's basically I don't want to face it across the board. Evaporate. Well, we're supposed to have somewhere not too far away from called the War Office as well, Cam. We've got Mooch, who doesn't come in here very often, but he's part of the Discord. He lives up there, and I keep meaning to go up, so I might have to drag you up with me one day just to go up to the War Office. I mean, we could do bus, we could do train. I mean, it's not a long train ride, but yeah. It's in a part of the area that I don't particularly like going to. Mainly because I used to live not too far from there. I don't like the area. For a couple of reasons. And you know one of them. Or I hope you know one of them. Really don't want to bump into them, so I can hide behind you. Oh, it's like a membership system? Yeah, fuck that. I'm not paying a membership system to go and sit in a room with sweaty people. I can do that for free here. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm not paying anyone. And I'm certainly not getting paid. So, I'm paying a membership to go sit in a sweaty room. And how many neck beards are going to be in there? Look, I can say that. Not any beard on my neck. And people, I know some of you might take offense by that. You really need to watch my channel more to realize that you can't afford to take offense at things I say. Otherwise, you'll take offense at everything. But the typical Warhammer 40k player does have a certain stigma about them, shall we say. Stigma's one way to put it. Odious stench is another. So when me and Northern went up to Element Games, you only got halfway up the stairs and you noticed it hit you in a double nostril drop kick. And then when you actually got to the games room, oh dear God, the paint was coming off your models. If I had took models with me, then I would have had stripped models by the time I come back. Woo. Although I've got to say, Northern did not get into that stereotypical little role. He was, I'm assuming he'd had a shower and a wash at least that day. We had a good natter as well in the car, so much so that we ended up missing 2 fucking junctions on the motorway coming back. We was just talking, we didn't even realise where we was going, we was just driving, it was straight line. Straight line, yeah, no, chat. Were we supposed to come off there? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, well. 74 and 76, 74 and 76, 74 and 76, but this fucker's got no dick. They don't, Space Marines don't have any, they get cut off. It's partially the reason they've got to be blokes, because you can't cut the dick off a woman because she ain't got one. Yeah, don't ask where my head's going tonight, please don't ask. It's gone on a left turn. It has definitely gone on a left turn. So once I've done this, that's 10 Marines done. That leaves 20 Orcs, 10 Gretchen, and 3 Eradicators with heavy bolters. Fucking Eradicators with heavy bolters. What the fuck were they thinking? The Eradicator should be given a las cannon. If these are supposed to be the static mobile gun platforms, then they should definitely have been given a las cannon instead of a fucking heavy bolter. Have you ever seen anyone, and I'm asking this as a genuine question, have you ever seen anyone run heavy bolters in a Devastator squad? Ever? Good evening, Twisted. That reminds me, I have downloaded that now. So I get to move that a little bit just so I can edit. Change that. And I want downloads. And I want that one. And I want that one. So I'm just going to run something quickly just to make sure I've got it working right. I'm not ending it. This is just me checking this works. Yeah, it does. There we go. Right. So yeah, it's working. Thank you very much, Twisted. I downloaded it on my phone. Checked it on there. Didn't think to download it and put it on the PC and make it work. Manscaped do need to be the official sponsors of all Warhammer events, shops, resellers. And not just Warhammer, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, anything within the Geekverse that may be classified as the Cavalverse, as some people may want to call it. Anything to do with that should be sponsored by Manscaped and Old Spice. Here, you sweaty creatures, have a shave, and put some deodorant on and a bit of aftershave. I've got CK1 upstairs, but I don't wear it every day because aftershave fucking expensive. Oh, you are so lucky, Patrick. That game shop stench, you'll recognise it. As soon as you smell it, you'll go, oh. And then you'll think back to these conversations and you'll be thinking, you were fucking right, weren't you? I should come in here when I've got a cold. Because some of it reeks. Don't get me wrong, not everybody's like that. Because occasionally I've been into a game shop where I've not been in there long enough to build up a layer of sweat that is now classified as armour. Ten Marines, and then I'm going to go for a wee break. Just to, I'm boiling sat here, so I'm going to go step outside now. It's dark and cold. Have a quick cigarette, come back, and then I believe we are on for the Eradicators. And then we move over to the Orcs. Oh no, Eradicators and Vanguard Veterans. I forgot about the Vanguard Veterans. Jumpy packy dudes. Yeah, it's not good. When it comes out in little green clouds when they open the door, that's when you know I'm not going in there. Nope. And we wonder why we never find females in these places. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We don't find many females in these shops, because most of them have a sense of smell and a sense of self-worth. And their sense of self-worth is not as much as we put on the worth of the valued plastic crack. So they think they're worth a hell of a lot more, and we go, nah, love, you're not even a dreadnought. And that's when big arguments start and divorces happen. Thank you very much, Patrick. I will enjoy that thoroughly. More because of the cool air that's going to be running past me than the nicotine itself. But yeah, I will be enjoying it. So we now have 10 intercessors, which I really didn't need any more of. I didn't. I had 75 before I started building these, and now I've just built another 10. So now we're 85. Whoa! By the sounds of that question, Cam, I'm guessing he's put about at least 3 of them in his army. I do like Plague Burst Crawlers. When I'm using them, I don't like being playing against because, well, they can shoot out of sight and they have big guns and the tanks. So when you have a tank hiding behind a wall, it means you can't see it. Which is not very bloody nice. So we have a couple of guys chucking grenades. A guy with an Auspex. A guy with a dagger. A guy with a pistol. A guy with a sword. Alrighty then. The next ones are going to be the Vanguard Veterans. So you have a good night, Patrick, and hopefully I shall see you on Monday, either here or almost. You're going to make a squad of dead intercessors. You have so many. I've got yeah. If they ever phase out like tactical marines into legends, and the tactical marines end up becoming intercessors, that's another 60. Well, at least another 50, because I've got to take special weapons out, haven't I? They'll become devastator squads or something like that. A dead intercessor is a good intercessor, that is. No. That is not a good intercessor. Intercessors need to be on objectives with the lieutenant throwing out lethal hits. That's what we need to do. So I'll remember to put it on fucking repeat this time. I will. I will find orc. I will turn that to that. And I believe I can still use this. So I can still, yeah, I should be able to. Ah, it's the wrong camera. I'm grabbing the wrong box. And now I've got to put it on repeat. There we go. I shall be back soon. And enjoy yourself. If you need a drink or anything, go grab it now. Hit the like and subscribe while you've got a chance. And I'll be back in a minute.
You just kick garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Jokes always break to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Jokes always break to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Jokes always break to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get Get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go get 'em, boys. Get cracking. Go get 'em, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go get 'em, boys. Get cracking. Go get 'em, boys. Get stuck in, boys.
Ha! Helps if we click the right button. Hello, everybody. I am back. Welcome back for those who stayed. We are now going to start on... Well, this time I've got to go start on the Vanguard Veterans next. So what's this lot? Now, these have already had bits taken off this sprue, because they had some of the characters and stuff on it. So this is going to be fun. At least this one, the Sergeant, they give us an option for the head. Now, you can't see it. You're going to build a Death Guard force now, right now. Plague Burst Crawlers, lots of Terminators, Mortarion, Typhus. In fact, I'm going to go have a look at Patrick's list quickly while I have a drink. There it is. Ideas and discussion. There we go. So we have Detachment Champions of Contagion. It's got Contagion Engines, got Rhino, Death Shroud Terminators, 2 sets of 3. Ooh, that's okay. That's chopping up a nice bit of body work there. A couple of fetid bloat drones with heavy blight launchers. Nice. Hellbrute, bit hit and miss. Hellbrute Fist, Hellbrute Hammer, so very, very melee. Lord of Contagion, which is essentially a mini Typhus. 2 off. Malignant Playcaster, so he's got Psyker in there. Mortarion, obviously. Mephitic Blight Hauler. Now, those are the little ones, aren't they? And then we have Plague Marines, Unit 5, with pretty much every weapon option. And then another Unit of 5, but it only has a couple. And then a unit of 10 Poxwalkers. That pretty much sounds like what I used to get beat off on a regular basis. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like the army list that I pretty much lost to quite a lot. Take the Lords of Contagions out. Stick in Typhus. And that, yeah, that's pretty much the unit, the army I lose to, or I lost to. Right, the first Vanguard veteran guy is P1 and P2. It doesn't say B on it anywhere. So I want 40 and 42. So there's 40. Well, the chuffing hell is 42 is... So you got 40 all the way over here on this sprue. And you got 42 all the way over here on this sprue. Somebody really needs to sort out their designs and their sprue layouts. As I said, the old ones were better. I prefer the old ones where you just got a line of legs, a line of bodies, a line of heads. And then all the weapon options you could possibly want. Or at least most of the weapons options you could possibly want. You usually get everything at least once. But sometimes you want to run 2 or 3 of them. It's like with the Vanguard Veteran Squads, the old ones. They used to get shields and hammers, a hammer and a fist and a sword and plasma pistols and all sorts of stuff with that. And now you get a sword. Everybody uses a sword. Nobody can use a hammer or a shield or a fist or anything like that. Everybody has to use a sword. So next is 39 and 43. See, that'll be why it looks familiar, Cam, because you faced that as well. I'm looking for 39 and 43. Well, there they are. Right in that corner there. And Twisted, you also have another female Space Marine player, or Sisters of Battle, whatever you want to call them. Patrick has apparently got a Morgan Val setup going as well. I don't know if he's quite got as many Paragon war suits as you, because you've just got Morgan Val and war suits. Well, that Death Guard army, I don't like that Death Guard army because I've lost to that. Basically, I've lost to that Death Guard army too many times. I've beaten it, but I usually lost against it. Because some of the units just were not easy to take out. As I said, not as many Lords of Contagion and a Typhus instead. Which that made the Poxwalkers a little bit more dangerous. Dangerous. There is a lot of wound sponging in that list. A lot of wound sponging. Too much bloody wound sponging for my liking. 44, 45, and what's that arm over there? 46. 44, 45, 46. And it's shoulder, shoulder, an arm, and a leg. $44. Let's see if we can find that one first. There it is. It's just because I knew the 44 was going to be a pain to find. No worries, Twisted. No worries. The famous words of Kurt Cobain. Yep, tidy up before she gets home. As we all know what happens if we don't. We cop for it, and we spend the night on the sofa. Couch, settee, whatever you want to call it. The thing that I don't fit on. I can't lie down on my sofa. I'm just a little bit too long. Oh, you are joking me. Fine, I'll just snip you off. I know where it goes now. Let's gouge that peg out, shall we? Nub that peg off. Make sure it is going to line up like I want it to. I hope. Nope. Got to come in this way and nub that off there. Or maybe come in with a knife. Good job Sparkles has gone upstairs. This is where she'll start getting worried. Because I'm actually using a knife for cutting. And my eyes are going blurry. Ooh, that's not a good combination. blurry eyes and a knife. Can't actually see. I can't actually see what I'm supposed to be doing. That's not good, is it? No worries, Cam. No worries. I'm just going to do my best not to cut my fingers off or anything while I'm at it. Oh, why can't... my eyes are literally just losing focus. Oh, you got one of them? No, we've not got one of them. Technically, ours is a 3-seater sofa, but with me being 6 foot, it's my feet go off the edge. Right, so next we need 45 and 46. Now these are just going to be 2 bits of arms, not full arms. Apparently. .45 and 46. There they are. Just there. Yeah, I keep wanting to get a new sofa, but that means we've got to find a way to get rid of our old sofa and chair. And while it's still working, Sparkle, while it's still functional and doesn't actually need replacing, Sparkles is quite happy to not fork out for a brand new one at the moment. Can't really blame her. We don't need it. And we'd have to be very, very careful about which one we do get. It's because of the size of our living room. Can't fit a corner sofa in, sadly. I mean, it could, but it wouldn't be very practical. No one would really be able to use it. 47. Now this is going to be 2 hands holding a sword. That one right there. And then we get to put the backpack together. Oh, sorry, the jump pack. Jump pack, not a backpack. So it's not a jetpack. Jetpacks are what Tau have, and they're the ones that only let you move a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. I mean, we could do that. We could do the pay the local council to come and take it away for us, but that just means more expense. Last time I took a sofa apart, I literally took it apart. I dismantled the entire thing down so that I could burn it in a fire bin. Or get rid of a sofa in bin bags. So you can imagine how much fun that was. Oh, come off it. You go in there. You go in there, please. Come on. There we go. So now we have the sergeant with his big 2-handed sword charging our people. Now it's 48, 49 and 50 to do the jump pack. 48, 49 and 50. Right, okay. Now the jump packs are all made up in 3 pieces. Don't know why. For the last ones, you can make it in 2. This time they decided it's going to be 3 pieces for a jump pack. So there's one, which was 48. 49 is right here next to it. 40, 49. So this goes in there at the bottom. So this gets glued into that one. This should be the bottom half of the actual jetpacky bits. Yep, there we go. And now we just need the top little controlly bit. Which I've already forgotten where it is. It's one of those little bits. And it should be part number 50. There it is. Found it. Found it. It wasn't that far away. And then this goes in. That bit right there. With, I believe, the fins pointing down. Yeah. So that makes the new Space Marine jetpack or jump packs. I prefer the old ones still. So if I do end up stripping down my old Vanguard Veterans, which is essentially a Blood Angels Death Company. Only tiny fires? Oh, that's not good. Big fires, still, big fires. Why have I got 4 of them? Why have I got 4 that size? Almost everything else is on a 32mm, so why have I got 1? Why have I got an extra 40mm left? What have I not put on the right size base? It's making me worried now. Which one did I not get on the right base? And I hate this bit as well, because you've got to really try and push that in without bending the model. And there we have 1 Vanguard Veteran. 2 more bases out. 3. 3, 4. That should be enough for all the Vanguard Veterans. Okay, 2, 3, 5. So first of all, we need 3 and 2. This is going to need 1 attached to it as well at some point. Yeah, so 3's there, 1's there. 2's ahead. That's 30. That's 11. 53. 41. 2. I like the way they put some bits together and some bits not. You know, just to keep you on your bleeding toes. And I forgot where the other bit was. 3, there it is. And this, the head goes into 3. Oh, my eyes are going dodgy. I don't like it when you start doing this. Basically, I'm losing focus. So my eyes are in and out all the bloody time. Does not make for a fun model building. Also means I should be wearing my glasses. And I don't mean my big magnifying glasses, I mean the actual my normal glasses. Alright. That's him done for that. So now I need 1 and 4. Oh, 1 is there and 4 is there. So they're right next to each other as well. How good is that? The back part's not going to be that easy, is it though? It's got bits all over the place. Just because this bit's gone so bloody smoothly. And if it doesn't carry on this smooth, then I don't know what else we do with it. These, as I said, these aren't the best snips in the world either, which doesn't help. In fact, in some cases, you actually get a cleaner cut just by twisting these things off. Just make sure we've got a bit of glue for holding in place. And then 4, which is his new and improved flight stand. New and improved. I don't know where the arrow twisted. That's the problem. I'm not sure where my glasses are. Which means that there's a possibility that Sparkles is going to come downstairs and throw them at me in a minute. He's fucking here. Sparkles won't swear at me like that, but that'll be the intent behind it. Yeah. Oh crap. Yeah. I don't know where my glasses are. I mean, I do have like my magnifiers. I keep these relatively close. So I do have my magnifiers. And they do work. I've got to give them that much. They do work. So I might have to wear these for doing this, just so it can help me keep focus. Ah. Okay. Yeah. I've been known to misplace mine a lot. Then we'll 5 and 6, and then make the backpack up. And 5 is front part of a leg. There it is. And 6 is a plasma pistol. So 5 wants to go in there. No, 5 wants to go in there. Like now. And 6 is a plasma pistol, which will be that one there. It's scary how now I've put these on, I'm finding them so much quicker. It's amazing what happens if you can actually see, isn't it? See, I didn't even think of that. I'm going to have to take my glasses with me to sign the red. Oh, I didn't think about that. I'm probably going to have to, aren't I? Can you read this and can you make sure you know what you're signing? She signed it. I trust her. It's really not how this is supposed to go on, Mr. Lazarus. Do what you're doing. 7, 8, and 9. Backpacks. 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8. Where's the little ball bit? 9. There it is. Found it. It's there. So we've got 7, 8, and 9. So, if you want to have kittens about me not doing mold lines and scrapings and sandings and stuff, feel free. Some people do, some people don't. As you've gathered, I'm one of the ones that don't. I'm playing with plastic soldiers. Let's face it, I'm playing with little plastic soldiers. And I know some people want levels of realism out of it, and it's like, fair enough. You get what you would get out of it. I get fun and enjoyment out of it. And that means not doing a load of ridiculous work that doesn't need to be done. Because I'm playing with toys. That'd be expensive toys, but still toys. They're not toys, they're miniature models. They're fucking toys. Played with plastic soldiers when I was 6. I played with plastic soldiers when I was 8, and I played with plastic soldiers when I'm 42. I think I have figured out what a toy is by now. These are definitely toys. They're just not articulated toys. Like the Joy Toy Space Marine. He's articulated. You can make him into different positions. Believe I have a sergeant for an assault intercessors. Well, I don't have a sergeant. Mini Lars has got a sergeant for an assault intercessor squad in the Joy Toy range. Just the normal assault intercessors, not the ones with jump packs. Although, in fairness, if I was going to get into it now, I would not buy the small versions. I would just buy the Joy Toy versions. And go, each one of them's a unit. Joy Toy Titans. Well, Space Marine Titans. Oh, I've put him in the wrong way. No, I've not got the drill out to try and drill him. Got the drill out to try and poke him out of the base. So I can get his angle right. Yeah, and I'm a little bit too far on the right hand side of his base. Whereas I need to have a little bit more central like that, see? Ooh, that's weird looking over there with these glasses on. He's done, he's done. So now I've got number 3 to do. So it's 11 and 12. No, that's 10. That's 13. That's probably going to be part of it. There's 12. And 11's ahead. There it is. So we have a head. Head. Hey, better. Get the Inquisitor rules and use the Joy Toys for minutes. So that wouldn't be a bad idea. So you can get Inquisitor Joy Toys as well, can't you? I know the real big pain in the backside is you've only got what Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Ultramarines to go for if you're going for Joy Toy, unless you were going to paint the entire Joy Toy model again. So you don't quite get as much option as you would if you was to buy just standard models. Like obviously these ones can be any chapter I want, including my own personal choice of my chapter. Oh, I know what you mean by the Inquisitor rules though. That's the RPG, isn't it? I know which Inquisitor rules you mean now, Twisted. That's the RPG. That's been taken. Did they still run that, or is that now the other one? Oh, what's it bloody called? Yeah, what's it called? Wrath and Glory. Is that Wrath and Glory now? Or are they still running Inquisitor? Can you still get the books? I know you can't get the models anymore, and because they were big, those models. They were big. They were a lot bigger than the standard 40k model there. But they give you specific characters, including a Death Watch Space Marine, all in like black and silver, power sword and bolter, raging forward. But you did have Inquisitors as well. I think, could you get an Eisenhorn model for that? Can't remember. It is an old game, that one. I'm pretty sure you could get an Eisenhorn model for it. For 13, 14 and 15. 13. So that's his leg. And his peg leg. He's the leg that would be pegged into the base. I won't mind giving the Wrath and Glory a go, but I'm not sure. I need to learn the rules, obviously, first. 14's a gun, 15's a sword. There's the sword. There's the gun. Oh my god, either Inquisitor or Wrath and Glory. But he was 75mm scale as opposed to a 25mm scale, like 3 times the size. But they were really nice models. Really, really nice models. And so that was the RPG that was running when I got back into it, and I believe Cam, you got into it a couple of months later, because you didn't get into it the first time round, did you? When we was in school. You came much, much later in life on this. And you joined us with the 5th edition set. Which is a shame, because if you'd have joined us at the 3rd edition set, you might have ended up with all of Ramrod's Tau. Speaking of which, I still need to work through all the guard that he gave me. And the guard that I got through Combat Patrol as well, and try and figure out something with them. Yeah, 14's a gun, and I found it a minute ago, but I can't find it now. There's one gun, it's not that. That one is 34. I've already clipped it out. I'm a dick. I'm looking for this on a sprue and it was there. It's there all along. 16, 17, 18 to do the backpack. Yes, I remember that as well. That was absolutely fucking hilarious because I was watching that happen. And I knew what you'd done. I knew what you'd built. I just weren't telling Ramrod what you'd built. And just let him pile his Lehman Russes in there. And you just Fire Warriors, EMP grenades. And this is back in like 6th, 7th edition. So you could take out a tank in one hit. Cam did it spectacularly. And Ramrod was on I think it was a 10 game streak. Essentially, he got annoyed with my Knob Bomb squad, which was 10 knobs, cyborg bodies, and power claws. For those of you who don't know what that equates to, is 10 knobs, strength 4, toughness 4, hitting at a strength 8 but initiative 1. 4+ save and a 5+ invul. Oh no, 4+ save, 5+ invul, and then with the pain bar attached, it was also a 5+ feel no pain. So 10 of them jumping out of a battle wagon. And yeah, Ramrod got rather annoyed at that point of him not being able to take out these units and all the boys that were running at him. So he went in and asked the Games Workshop employees, my friend's using this, what can I use to counter it? And they said, pie plate him to death, which we didn't know what that meant, but it was large templates. And using that method, he built up a 10-game winning streak. Along comes Khan. Barely played, still learning the rules. Just got his codex, got his first army. And EMPs every tank off the fucking board. And then proceeds to gun all the guardsmen as well. With his suits. Needless to say, it was hilarious for everyone else who was watching. Not so much for Ramrod. Because he just had a big giant Uno reverse just pulled on him. And it was funny. It was. That wasn't the game that made him quit. The game that made him quit was me one-shotting his Baneblade with my Centurion Devastators. That was the final nail in the coffin. Other than that, he was okay. And he was running. And even bought my cousin's guard off him, which is where he got the more Russies from. But yeah, he never actually got to play with those Russies or those guard. He didn't ever get a game in with them, and now they're sat in my cupboard. Yeah, it was the Baneblade. I stole initiative, got line of sight with the Centurion Devastators, unloaded with 6 las cannons and 3 sets of missile launchers, and hit more than I should. Hit a lot more than I should. Cause a crap load of damage. If Baneblade goes boom. I was nice enough to go, oh, you didn't get a chance to use it. Alright, keep it on the table for this turn. Shoot at me. See what damage it could have done. And then take it off the table. And he did. And he wiped out a crap load of my Marines before he took it off the board. Absolute shit ton. I mean, those Baneblades I've got too many guns. Far too many guns. And by this point, we're playing 8th. So I'm re-rolling most things, hits, wounds. But even with that, I shouldn't have caused the amount of damage that I did. But that was the nail in the coffin for him. He stopped playing after that. And that's when we moved more towards Necromunda. And that got stopped because of me as well. Yeah, the Stomper's never survived a single battle. The Stomper's never going to survive a battle. The Stomper's been killed every time it has been out. It's because it takes half my points. I don't actually get much else to go in my army once I put a Stomper in. But while I was using the Orcs, everyone was happy. Because I was losing. Consistently, because I only had half an army and a Stomper. Soon as I went back to my Salamanders, though, everybody started complaining. Ah! Don't hit the camera, lads. Bad idea. Bad idea. So yeah, these I've killed 2 games so far, and one of them wasn't even my fault. One of them was just because the other one was a sore loser. Loser being the keyword. 23 and 24. He was a very sore loser. That came very close to a table flip that night. And it was the second game that he'd lost. First game he lost to my army. To my gang even. Second game he lost to his own fucking gang. It's his own fault for putting that shit in there. If you're going to make an army, at least know what he's going to be capable of doing and make sure you've got a counter for it. But nope. Stand out in the middle of view for a heavy stubber. Of course, that pipe means the heavy stubber is opening. Who was that again? It's the one that's not here anymore, mate. It's the one that's not here anymore. 24 and 25. Yeah, so he's the one who nearly flipped the table that night because he was consistently losing at Necromunda. So it was the Orlok was the gang I was using. Against the Escher. I think it was. Yeah, Escher. Was it the Orlok? No, what are the other ones? No, it was the Orlok. Oh no, it can't have been the Orlok, because I built the Orlok gang, and I didn't put a heavy stubber in, I put bolters in. So probably Cordor then, now that I think about it. Or it was somebody with a heavy stubber. Yeah, the Angry Necro games. Which they shouldn't have been angry really, because they were relatively even. It's just, if you do stupid deployments, don't whinge at your opponent for taking advantage of that fact that you've done shit deployments. $26, 27, those 3 right there. 26, 27, 28. Yeah, well, it wasn't stressful for me, it was easy. It was easy for me. Win or lose, I was quite happy. So I didn't win all games, it was just them last couple where it was very dominating wins. And I was playing against someone who didn't like to lose. It was all his models though, so I can't really complain. Well, I can. And I have been doing quite easily. And quite a lot. But yeah, they were all his models. Now, the thing is, we still technically can get that Necromunda thing going again, if we wanted to. Because they were all very kindly donated to somebody else who would actually play. So that's all still available with all gangs still there. So we could start that back up again. Obviously with the amount of scenery that we have between us. There's a lot. He has been over and picked up all the ones that I've given to him, and he's dropped off the guns that I wanted and needed for the other sets. So I've lost some of my Necromunda style terrain, but I've gained some more battlefield style terrain. So it's all good. All good. Me? No, I've not got the Necromunda stuff. I got all the 40k stuff. It was MDG who got all the Necromunda stuff. I got all the 40k stuff, including scenery. But yeah, I didn't get any of the Necromunda. Ramrod got the magic. I got the 40k, and MDG got the Necromunda. Yeah, get in. Really don't like these sometimes. There we go. So that's 4 of them. That means I have 1 more Vanguard veteran to make, and then I'm for the Eradicators. Something makes me think I am not going to sit here through another 30 models after these. Now, I've got 4 models to go. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere just yet, but I've got 30 models to do after this, and they're all Orc Infantry. And as I'm not looking to do the Orcs just yet, because that means I've got to pull them out of the tubs, I think I'll wait for them. I'll wait a little bit longer for them and do them next week. Have a look at a bit at the tub, see what I can pull out. Well, there wasn't a lot of magic left, in fairness. There was a lot of old magic. So when it came to what was left of the magic, I mean, there was a few dual lands, don't get me wrong. There were a few costly cards in there, but most of it was penny magic type cards, so giant growths, lands, a lot of lands. Basic lands, that is, not just... And basic and unbasic, but none of the really powerful stuff. So no power 9, obviously. There were, as I said, there were a few dual lands in there, but the ones that came in tapped, rather than the ones that came in untapped. Which, of course, Ramrod Jungen is quite happy with that. Him to Chorak and a few other decent cards in there as well. I mean, you didn't get all of them. I've got some in a box down there just so I can make a couple of decks. My daughters like Magic, so I have just a couple of decks worth available in case they ever want to play. But then again, I've also got Pokemon. I've got a deck for almost each Pokemon typing in Pokemon. So I've got Fighting, a Psychic, a Dark, a Grass, a Water, a Fire, an Electric. I've got a deck for most types in Pokemon. Although, again, my deck is not allowed to be used. And it's not even like I power built this deck. I just built it around my favourite Pokemon, which is Lucario. So I have 2 Lucarios in there. Only 2. I built it around them and Annihilate, and it seems to be doing quite well, to the point that I'm not allowed to use it against a lot of decks. And I need a Radiant Venusaur as well to finish off the grass deck. I do need a Radiant Venusaur. Right, so now that I've gone through all this... No, they're all faces. No spare heads. Fuckers. Fuckers. Magic's an awesome game. I'm not too keen on the... Right. You have to play the digital edition now because of the amount of fucking rules that are in there that I don't know about. I've never used a Planeswalker, so I don't know how they work, for instance. But there's a lot of newer cards that I'm not aware of. I don't know how to use them. So the digital version helps me with that. But I never trust digital shuffling, and don't trust digital dice rolling or digital randomization. So I really don't like that part of it. I would rather play with physical cards, which is why I have Pokemon cards. Fucking loads of them. Not loads, not like loads, but enough that I've got a deck of each typing apart from Dragon. I haven't got a Dragon which is a multicolored style. But I have one of pretty much everything else. If I wish to, I could make a normal one. I don't have one built yet, but I have enough cards to make a normal one, including sticking a nice EVV in there. Hey up, Buzzard. How's the fella? Are you still taking out people by chopping their heads off with mobile drones? Or are you just trying to snipe planes straight out of the air again? Although I don't think that was you, was it? Who sniped the plane out of the air? I think you're the one who landed the glider thing on somebody's head and basically just turned them into just mincemeat. That's if it's the right, yeah. And I think I remember him saying on the video, "Bloody elbows," as you as you landed on his head. Last jump pack. Last jump pack. And then we have 3 eradicators to do. And then that is the Space Marine infantry side of this box set done. Leaving with the Arc Infantry, which is 30 models. Bear that in mind, people. There are also 30 fucking models in this box of infantry. Not 30 models total, 30 models of infantry. Space Marines, what do they get? They get 18, scattered over 3 units. Orcs get 30, scattered over 3 units. So that's 3 units of bloody 10 for them. But it's only 1 unit of 10 for the Space Marines. Somebody's outnumbered, never outgunned. We'll take you to the hill and leave you upstrung. There we go. And that's the 5th and final Vanguard Veteran. Now I do have 2 heads spare, just that one of them's like a librarian-y head and one of them's a scarred bald head. No spare helmets. Why would they give me spare helmets? You know, the thing that I would like. Eradicator squad with heavy bolter. So we need 24, 25 and 26. Well, I found 24. What's 25? 25 is another body piece. That's 20. So I'll clip out 24 and 25 at the moment, just while I've found them both. That's 25. And here's 24. So what have you been up to tonight, Buzz? You been on the battlefield again? I know one thing, I am far too warm sat here. I am way too bloody warm sat here. Right, this is supposed to be a glueless method, isn't it? This is supposed to be you don't glue these together, you push fit it. So I'm guessing you're supposed to hold them together and the backpack is going to be the bit that actually holds them together there. So I do need to find 29 quite quickly. There it is. Because this is the bit that's actually going to hold the two bodies together, and then I'll run a little bead of glue down it and the inside just to make sure it stays. I can't read the green box. Can't read the green box. I can't read any. So I've got to make a choice right now. I can either read chat or see my models. Should not be a choice I have to make. Really? But apparently I do. So sorry people, in this case I'm going to want to see my models. I can read the main chat, the horizontal chat, and I can just about make out the portrait mode chat. I just can't make out the green box that everybody else should be able to see and read. That combines the two. Okay, that's that done. So now I need 28 and 22 because I don't want a fucking head. I want a helmet. Did say 28, didn't it? Yep. So that's 22. And there's 28. Now I've still got arms and a heavy bolter to fit on this bugger, yeah. Now I won't be painting him up until I've figured out if I'm going to remove the heavy bolter and replace it with a multi-melter, or just do stand-ins. And by just do stand-ins, I mean put a heavy bolter in every Eradicator squad with melter rifles. Make sure there's only one. And then the guy with the heavy bolter is obviously the multi-melter in the melter rifle unit. Okay, that's his body together. His arms are 27. I need a 31 for down there. And then I need 30, which will cover the rest of it. And there's 26. Well, they're not making this easy, are they? 27. We shall get these 3 built. Then I'll just leave the land speeder for the Space Marines. Not too many. And then the 30 arc, well, not 32 arc units because I've got the 2 vehicles as well. Don't forget about the 2 vehicles. 31 should be a leg guard. Don't get angry on. There we are. And 30 is right next to it, that's okay. And that's his other leg guard and the heavy bolter itself. Although I have left a little bit of nubbly spray bit on there, let's get that off. A little bit of glue. Yeah, on his thighs, a little bit of thing. He's my man. Yo, stop singing, lads, stop singing. Nobody's here for your singing. Nobody's here for anything coming out verbally, to be quite honest. Unless it's Orkioki. And I can't seem to think of anything at the moment, and nothing's coming to my mind spontaneously. Which is usually how it happens. Now these have got some really awkward join points, like right on the bullet shields. And right on the tip of the gun. Why wouldn't you, eh? Put a little bit of glue in the areas that are going to need it. Line that up with that, and that up with that. And then push! Yeah, push. And that's him got his heavy bolter now. So what's his other arm that he needs? 26 and then a 32. Oh, he gets a 40mm base. So he gets one of them. So who else gets the other one? Because that's 2, 3, 4. Somebody else needs a 40mm base and I don't know who it is. So they've only got 3 eradicators. So that's the 3 eradicators done. I've made all the characters. So it's not a character. So I'm struggling to think what would now go on a 40mm base. Unless it's the... No, because I'll need 2 of them, wouldn't I? If it was the knobs from the boy squads, I'd need 2 of them. So it's not the knob. We've figured that much out. It's not the knob. It's not the boss knob. He's already on his base. It's not the war boss. Oh, the big boss, sorry. Because he's on a base. It's not the war boss because he's on it. All the characters are on bases. Yeah, I have a spare backpack on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, now they've all got backpacks. Crunch kaboom! He's not supposed to have a backpack. He's got one. He's got one. It's his backpack. Now, as I said, everybody else is on a big enough bloody base, so I don't know where the extra 40mm base has gone. But I'm just going to clip out this backpack and put it on the Ancient, because I forgot to apparently on Monday. Because I'm an idiot. See, as soon as you know there's a normal backpack somewhere, you know you've missed it at this point. Because everything's either in Gravis armour and got the big dock-off backpacks like him, or it's jump packs. Yeah, you're probably going to end up with them anyway, so I'll stick you over. No, I'll just stick you back in the box. What am I mean about? Oh, that was weird. That looked like the entire room was moving. Ah! These glasses are not good for distance. Just checking I've not missed anything like a gun, barrel clip or anything like that. The last bit is the little bit of basing that it gives you on the sprue. It's just a tiny little pile of basically a spent heavy bolter or heavy bolt round cartridge or magazine even. It's a magazine, isn't it? Or a drum in this case because it's a little bit bigger. There we go. So we have one eradicator with a heavy bolter. And then it's 34 and 35 and 39. Right, okay. That's them two right there next to each other. Oh, what is... Stop hitting the bloody camera, lads. I've been doing this for 4 years. You should be used to that by now. It still scares me every time I say that. 4 years. 4 years I've been doing this. There's been people who've been doing it less and become millionaires. And there's been people that have been doing it longer that are even smaller than me. So I am not in a position to be complaining. What I am in a position to do is move my leg because it's sore. Ow. Son of a... 39. There we go. Clip off the top of Wally's head. Well, clip off the... Yeah, clip Wally off. Don't know why they've got Wally attached to them. Just Wally's head. Just sat there. I mean, if Wally did come down like this, I think it'll be a bit of a different story. Attach them like that. And glue in there. Line it up. Get the thingies in and push, lad, push. You'll know if you've got it right, because it won't go no further. 33, 38. Right. 33's there, 38's there. We have them right next to each other. Again. They're getting better slowly as I'm getting through these things. Oh, that's 44. That's 33. We're even closer to each other now. Hey, that's good. 33. $38. Oh, he's got his crotch on it, okay. Which way is this cunt supposed to be looking? He's supposed to be looking off towards the bloody side as well, is he? Alright. Alright, if he's not supposed to be looking forward, fine. Let's get him glued. And hopefully his head's going to stay right there. Oh, come on. Force it in. So what you've got to do with your pegs, you've got to force them. Not like that. Ugh. At least you can see with these glasses on. Alright, so that's his main body done. Flippity page. Flippity page. Flippity page. Flippity page. We've got a model and a half to go. And the half in this case being, I need 36, 40 and 41 to finish him off there. So there's 40 with being the studded knee pad. Greaves, Pauldron. These are Greaves. Greaves are on the hands, aren't they? Pauldron? No, Pauldron's on the shoulders. So I'm not sure what these are then. I thought, and yeah, I can't remember what part of armour they actually are, with them being on the shin and the knee. 41, which is another shin leg thingy. That's 52, it's not that one. 41 is that one. Yeah, 51 and 52 are the other two. They will have to go in the last one. The good thing is when it comes to the last guy, I should only have his parts left on this. Hopefully. His parts and a few extra heads. I will have a few extra heads on there. Because I've not used a damn single one of the helmeted ones when possible. Oh, sorry, the unhelmeted ones when possible. They've all got helmets. That makes it easier to paint. So 36 goes on this arm, and then 37 and 42. Where's 36? There's 36. Right down in the bottom, bloody fucking corner. And then I'm not gonna, oh, I kind of might have to because it's just gonna, I think it's just gonna glue itself anyway. How high up does his arm need to go? Not quite that high. 48, which is a bolter, a heavy bolter, and that one there. Let's see how awkward they've put the clip snippy bits on this. Probably very friggin' awkward. Oh, that's my glass of Mangolorian juice. Yeah, you heard that right. Mangolorian. It is a Mandalorian Robinson's special limited edition Mandalorian edition of their drink. But it's mango and I like mango. So I'm alright with that. Thing is, Mini Lads also really likes mango, this Mangolorian. So we're kind of not quite fighting over it, but yeah, we're both trying to get both at it. It's like, no, I want that. Yeah, no, I want some as well. So as you can imagine, Sparkles is having fun. Like, neither one of these is bloody having it. Okay. Well, that ends that discussion. No, I hate painting faces. I really dislike painting faces. So, although kudos to you, Twisted, for having the patience to sit there and practice your faces and your heads and your things like that. I cannot stand them. So I will not be using any heads where possible. This one gets the school one, and he needs his. Yeah, he needs the magazine drum thing going on his gun. His is actually functioning. Well, this is a diluted cordial, so it's not like it's fresh mango juice. So we can tailor the intensity of it. So it's not too intense. It's not like really blow your mind out. Just mango flavour. It's just nice and subtle. And it's very, very nice to drink. Quite refreshing over this last week anyway. Normally I'll drink tea pretty much all the time, as you just know. Normally I'd have a tea here with me, but this time I have a Mangolorian. Just to keep me hydrated. There's one thing I do not wish to do is dehydrate in this fucking weather. I don't do well in hot weather at the best of times. This week I've been practically walking around half naked because it's just too chuffing warm. Maybe the top half. Still have trousers and things on, don't worry. But I had to put a top on before I came onto YouTube tonight. Eradicator number 2. Right now I should only have Eradicator number 3 left. When I come to think about this. And then that is all the Space Marine is done. get on with the arcs on Monday. Off camera, I will be preparing Angron to get him to be painted, because I'm going to be doing, for the first time, I'm going to be painting in sub-assembly. So the armor's separate from the body wherever possible. So I can paint the armor and get the oxidize effect that I want on that without it spilling over onto the reds, and it's hopefully going to be quite a bright, vibrant red on the Angron. Cam does have my airbrush at the moment, so I'm going to be using probably sponges and dry brushes. Is that what bright? Right, have I missed something here? What bright light? What bright light have I missed, Cam? Come on. Share with the class. Is that what the bright light was before? Because it's definitely not off my head. Unless, did I press that button? Is it that button? Yeah, is it that button? That gives a bright light. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, if you was walking down the street in our local area, then yeah, you might have got blinded if you came down anywhere near my house, just because I didn't have a top on, and I am pasty pale. Except for my arms have actually got tan a little today, and that's me with a tan. So you can imagine how pale the rest of me is. It's like bleached paper. Told you I am as white as the driven snow. At the moment, I can't hide naked in snow because of my arms and my neck. But if it weren't for them, yeah, I could hide naked in snow. Too pale. Which is why I'm not going for any daft colours with my clothing later on in the year. I'm going for very, 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 very sensibly smart grey. Have I just chopped his head out? And yep, I have. They're all looking to the right. No, you're all looking to the right. Why are you not looking to the right? Thank you. Now I need his torso. No, I mean, I want to try a few different techniques as well, including sponging and a couple of other things. And I need to go get some white ink, or try and make some white ink, so I can do the glow on the sword properly. Because I want that nice and bright and orange. And then the wings are going to be more kind of a caribou crimson with a bit of red mixed in. And then his actual skin tones are going to be very, very bright, like scarlet red, as opposed to the orangey red that would normally get done. I'm going for a very, very, very deep red, if I can. Now, I should have the colours available to do it, it's just whether or not I have the skill. Patrick seems to think I've got the skill, which means he's got more confidence in my ability than I have. He's not just the satellites. He's not just the satellites. Planes get diverted away from Manchester Airport as well, due to unknown solar phenomena No flights are allowed to take off or land at Manchester Airport while I am not wearing a top. Oh no, I was not alone in my pasty toplessness. No, I was not. If anything, this area of the UK is particularly good for pasty toplessness during summer. I just didn't join the rest of them and go to the pub. That's where a lot of people ended up. Even my eldest has discovered that spoons exists. And for those Americans who or Canadians are from any other country on the planet who do not know what spoons is, Weatherspoons is a chain of pubs. They sell cheap beer and you get drunk quick. At one point they never used to have music or sport in there, but now they do. It's about the only pub chain that's still holding strong in the UK at the moment as well. But yeah, my oldest has found that place. No, they don't like me for some reason. Um, Bloodsuckers don't like me. Well, most bloodsuckers don't like me. There are a couple that do, but it'll have nothing to do with the heat and more to do with the house that I'm in. Because if you're one of those people that has outdoory pets that like to bring little friends back in, those little friends will make a beeline for me. But the ones that actually live outside, no, they're okay. I mean, they do land on me, but they've land on everybody, don't they, really? Last bloodsucker that bit you needed treatment. Yeah, that's because your blood's 98% THC. The other 2% CBD. Sadly, mine is not. Mine is not 98% THC because it's illegal in my country, so we don't smoke it. Just get in his wrist. Just go in the wrist. That's the bit that I need right now, is the wrist bit. Really need that to go in there. Really need that to go in. Oh no, that is in. Okay. That is it. It's a bit shit, but it's in. Now he's got to line him up on his base. Push his footsies down. And then I find his magazine and the base fluffy bit. So we found the base fluffy bit, which is in this case just a lot of bullets. So there we go. And the ammunition barrel with bullets flying out of this one. Ooh, that's nice. It's a nice little touch. A garlic clove pickled with habanero peppers. Yeah, they're not coming after you, are they? They try and take a little bit of a bite out of you. They're setting on fire. Just say, hats, hats, hats. There we go. Guy number 3. So we have all 3 heavy bolter eradicators done for this evening. Still not found out where that other big base is for. Well, I don't think it's for the land speeder, which what we're building tonight. No, that gets a 105 oval. I said I've already built all the characters, so that's the war boss built. He's already on his 60, so that's too big for him. That's too small for him even. Got a 40 and a 40 for the other 2 guys, which they are on. Got a 32 and a 25 for the Pain Boy and the Grot Ardley, which he's on. We've got a 50, which the Weird Boy's on. Oh, they're telling me the knob bosses should be on 40s. That means I should have another one in here. Aha! So the knob bosses go on 40s and the boys go on 32s. So that's where the other 2 are there for the knob bosses. Okay. At least we got that confusion out of the way and done. That does leave me with 30 models left to build for infantry. And then 3 vehicles. That's next week's stream. 3 vehicles and 30 infantry. So Monday we'll do the Ox, and on on Thursday we will go ahead and do all 3 vehicles. So it'll be the land speeder as well as the what's it called? The war tracks. That's it. And the big mech Dakar rig. That is everything else done, leaving just the infantry for the Ox to do. So thank you again everybody who came to see me tonight. This time this is going up for real. It's definitely going up for real. Yeah, as I said, thank you very much for everybody who's come to see me tonight and everybody who's listed on this brand new end screen created by Twisted Nerves Painting. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday or Thursday next week, both if possible. Drive safe and enjoy yourselves. See you later.